Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Shamsa Arawelo. I hope you guys are doing amazing, brilliant, okay? And those that are not, I hope and I pray for you that Allah takes you out of the hardship that you are in, because trust me, nothing is long lived, okay? Everything is temporary, including the life that we live. So just personally, what I do is fake it until I make it, okay? And I made it, okay? That you get out of the hardship that you are in. I hope that you find happiness and success and everything that you wish and desire. I hope that it comes true for you. I know how it feels to be in a really tough position. I know how it feels to be depressed. I know how it feels to be super anxious, and especially in the time that we're in now, where nothing is certain, right? We don't know when we're going to go through our next lockdown. We don't know whether our schools or universities will be closed. So I can understand the stresses that people have, as I've had them myself. And so just view any type of stress and anxiety and anything that is traumatizing or has traumatized you in the past. I want you to look at it as a life experience, a lesson learned, yeah? And it's made you the beautiful person that you are today, okay? Just because bad things happen to you does not necessarily mean that you are a bad person. You could be the most amazing person in this world, and you will go through bad shit. You will go through trauma. That's just the way that life is. And, I say alhamdulillah all the time for everything, no matter what it is. Because I know that maybe at the time I didn't think that I would get through it, but I knew over time that, not only would I get through it, but I will pass with flying colors. Yeah. And alhamdulillah for everything. I'm here today, with a kind of story time, but also let's talk, because I know that this is something that is very dear to me and every single other mother out there. Single parenthood is what I want to talk about today, and my personal experience with it. And I'm going to do all of that whilst getting ready, okay? I want to straighten my hair today, so I thought, why not keep me company, okay? Just before I start, I want to tell every single mother out there, no matter whether you're Somalian or not, that first and foremost, I adore you. And if you have more than one child, you are incredible, okay? You are beautiful, okay? You are everything, okay? Because I have one, and it's like, and as well, I want to talk about a little bit with sexism when it comes to single parenthood within our community, because there's a lot of it. But stay tuned. And before I do, let me just blow dry my hair, and I'll get back to you. This half is done. As you can see, my beautiful fluffy black hair. You guys haven't seen shit yet. Let me do this one, and you'll see for yourself. Okay, let's see. You can see the difference right here. Look at this. This is like two different worlds. Damn. It's like curly, puffy, curly. So imagine. Okay. So this is my natural, beautiful hair, all natural, all beautiful. Yo, imagine if I went outside looking like this. Imagine the reaction. They would think, God damn, this girl's tripping. I love it. I love it. So now we're gonna get to telling the story. I'm gonna section it up actually, and then we're gonna start our little story time. Here we go. I put it in sections now, so it will be easier for me to do. So let's get into it. No more delaying, you know. So as you guys know, I have a beautiful 7-year-old little girl who is my absolute life. Okay. But yo, when I tell you that I found it so difficult, yeah, being, you know, a single lone parent, and by lone I mean like nobody there, because obviously I don't live near family. So let's go to the beginning. I was married to my daughter's father for 2 years before we got divorced. So my daughter was very, very young when this happened, when the divorce took place. She was very young, so she doesn't really remember much, right? And we didn't, I'll tell you guys that divorce story as well, but we didn't live in such amazing terms, right? Because my one thing was, if I wanted a divorce, he promised that he would give it to me without fuss, without complications, just because of my experience with my last ex-husband, so-called ex-husband. So as most Somali men do, the moment they divorce the woman, they also divorce that child, okay? So it's like they no longer have any type of interest in being a father. And not that I was getting much help when I was with him, but I thought, you know, we can just co-parent and then that would be that. But that's not how it worked out. For the past, say, 6 years actually, I have screamed, I have shouted, I have asked for help in every way, shape or form when it comes to helping to raise my child, right? But then the answer that I often got from family members was, it was not a man who raises the child, it's the woman. So why even bother asking him for help? You can do it by yourself, so just do it. You know, you decided to leave him, so you can't ask him for help now. And that really confuses me, because we're supposed to be Muslims. Like, in what deen does it say you can just abandon your child the moment you divorce your wife? Like, all your responsibilities fly out of the window the moment you get divorced. But apparently us as women, we're supposed to carry on, you know, and do the daddy duties and mommy duties at the same time, right? But as we all know, it's impossible to play two roles at the same time. And I found it difficult to be the, you know, the loving parent, the disciplinary parent, the one who has to teach. It's a lot. Okay, it's really, really, really a lot. And I really thought that I was failing in every way motherfucking possible. And there were a lot of incidents, like birthdays or Eid, where I would call him and I would be like, yo, listen, I need help, you know, she's your daughter as well. I shouldn't be the only one who has all these responsibilities and you just do nothing. You just, you know, have the title dad and that's about it. There's not really much expectation there. And every single time I got nothing but itin, which is abuse, okay? Verbal abuse on how horrible I am and how Ilahi doesn't want anything good for me. That's why he's withholding money, because God doesn't want it for me. And I'm cursed, and you know, I'm a druggie and alcoholic and all of these bad things, but nothing good was ever said, right? Exactly like the shit that I experienced with my own family. So I thought, obviously, when a good family is behind you as a woman, none of that shit is ever going to occur because they know that you have a good family. But when they know that your mom is 6 feet under, right, and you have no family behind you, they will treat you like shit. And that's the way I was treated. So I would beg for help with no response. I would ask for help. I would scream. I would fight, and nothing I did was ever working, right? And then it got to a point where I just thought, you know what? Like, well, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe what is happening to me, I deserve it somehow. But no, I didn't. I didn't deserve that shit. I never did. And I realized, yo, listen, I am actually an amazing mother. More than an amazing mother, actually. Because I'm the only one here that plays both roles when I shouldn't be. I'm the one here that is doing everything absolutely possible to make my child happy. And no matter how many times I spoke to his side of the family and be like, listen, you need to speak to your son. I don't know why he's acting like this. Do you know what I got? Even more abuse. His mom's favorite thing to say to me is, don't give my son and me the same headache that killed your mother. She loved it. Loved that line. Right? And I'm like, that's the only thing that these people could say to me that would hurt me. Or I ruined somebody's life. I don't know who, whether it's like a sibling of mine, but I seem to be the ruiner of lives. But I'm like, look how amazing my child's turned out. So you're telling me I'm such a horrible person. Yeah, I'm so irresponsible that I can't even look after my own child. But that's exactly what I've been doing with no interference from anybody ever. Right? So I got to a point of almost depression because the bills were adding up, the debts were adding up. My mental health was really poor. I was raising a child, and I was really lucky enough to have my friend living close to me at the time. Otherwise, I would have lost my damn mind a long time ago because I had no support system. So it was really difficult for me. In every aspect, I couldn't work because I was a single parent. I cannot trust my child with anybody. So hiring a stranger for childcare was just out of the question for me. So I struggled, and I couldn't cope. I would have like a mental breakdowns once every 3 months. And then I would go back to, asking her father for help. And then I would get it thrown back in my face. And then I would just fight. Ilahi, alhamdulillah, ya Rabbi, this is why I say alhamdulillah. Because Allah always helps me find a way. Always. I have never gone without anything ever. Alhamdulillah, ya Rabbi. And that's the love Ilahi has for me. Wallahi. I have struggled enough. Yeah. And I was just not willing to keep struggling. Okay. In the eyes of my ex-husband, I did not deserve the help. I did not need the help. I was just asking for it, because I like humiliating myself and asking somebody who should be doing their responsibility without me having to ask, right? But then these fathers, deadbeat fathers, say things like, oh, it's always the woman, it's Nakta, this is why I don't see my child, it's because of her. I am not that bitch. I would take my child to Holland just to see her father. I would. He wouldn't ask me. I would do it. I would do it. Do you know why? Because I wanted my a father figure in my daughter's life. And what happened? It got thrown back in my face, right? When you come to a decision and you think, what, my mental health is better, is more important in order for me to raise my child in a happy, beautiful, loving home, right? So you make the hard decisions of just saying, fuck this, cut off, goodbye, thank you very much, right? Because every time, who can deal with abuse at every moment? No, thank you, right? So when you make that decision, you're always the bad one. But then when you ask for help and you genuinely need support, you're asking for too much. So it's like there's no win-win situation for single parents, especially in the Somali community. Those that want help, those that need help and ask for help, somehow it's believed that they don't deserve the help. You know, alosha the hero and just get on with it. Just tighten your stomach and just get on with it. Well, sometimes it's not that easy. It's not that easy. Our parents might have been able to do that, but bitch, let me tell you something. I cannot just close me along and get on with it. That's just not for me. But we're taught to do that. As women, we're taught, you know what, a man, someone said, the sexism within our community, especially towards women and single mothers, is absolutely fucking appalling. Wallah, it's appalling. Because you get things like, it's not the man that raises the children, it's the woman. So just get married, have a husband, have a baby, and then, if he leaves, he leaves. Like, he wasn't the one going to raise the child anyway. Like, so what are you going to do? Cry after him? Why are you crying after him? Why do you keep calling him? He's the dad. I am pretty sure I did not fuck myself and produce his child, right? But no, there's no responsibility, real responsibility on the fathers, but everything is on the mom. So in my mind, I'm like, no, that's not for me. So again, but because I have so much naharis, and I don't want to break up the relationship that never existed between the daughter and the father, I still wanted to try. My friends are looking at me like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? But yet, I try and I try and I try. But sometimes trying it's not worth it. My child is gonna get older. She's gonna grow up. Alhamdulillah, ya Rab. But there's this bar that they love to use, especially men. When you ask them for support in terms of the child, they're like, the government helps you. Did the government fuck me? Was it the government that married me? Was it the government that promised to take care of me and any children that I may have? No, it's not the government. And it is not the government's responsibility to take care of your fucking child because you're a deadbeat dad. Point blank, period. Another thing is they like to accuse the mother of, using the money herself. Bitch, what the fuck do you think the money is for? To ease her. To ease, the 101 things that she's doing. Don't give the child money and say go and get whatever it is that you fucking want. Right? She is the mother. She is the one that you have to trust with the money. Right? So that she can take care of your child the best way she can. If you cannot help, the woman that you had married and you had a child with, to help raise your children the best way that she can, then don't fucking have any. Don't fucking subject these women to such bullshit because it's not fair. If they are fucked mentally, best believe your children ain't gonna have a good upbringing. So it is your responsibility, if you're not going to show up for your kid, then it is your responsibility to financially be there, so that they can have the best life possible. If you can't do that, why are you having children? Why are you all getting married? Why? What is the point? But there's a lot of Somali women who have made their sons believe that, just get married, have the child, and then the woman takes care of it anyway. You just move on, go with another one. But you're not taking care of the one that your child. So what the fuck are you going to go and move on and have another child with another woman, and that poor woman has to suffer just like the previous one? Make it make sense. And it's always the mothers, yeah, other women clapping for the misery of another woman, which is really bizarre. Because best believe that other woman went through something similar. So why would you clap, yeah, for a woman going through the same thing just because, what, that's your son? That's your son, so that gives you the right to clap for another woman's misery. If Walid is wrong, Walid is wrong. And I see so much wrong when it comes to Somali women, the older Somali generation degrading their youngs, praising their sons. When the daughter ends up pregnant and, you know, has a child of her own, and, you know, she gets the least support. But then when her son, yeah, leaves a woman with 1 or 2, 3, whatever the fuck, how many children, katak. You're better than her, my son. You are so good, my son. You'll find better, my son. But no sympathy for that woman whatsoever. Because best believe my mother-in-law thought that I was the devil in this situation. And I kept explaining to her, the problem is not me. But you keep babying your son, yeah, thinking that's and then what look at the life he's living now. I know of many men that left their job just so that they can avoid paying child support. Just so they can avoid helping their children. They do what? They leave their jobs. Why? Why is that? It is the weirdest thing I have ever heard of in my entire life. The moment you divorce your wife or you leave your partner, you also leave that child behind. So what was the point in you having children? What is it? What was the point? Within our community, the sexism, like, you're the woman, so you have to raise the baby by yourself. And you have to do everything. What do you think we've done for all these years? That's a decision you made. You made that decision not to go after what is rightfully yours, right? You decided that. You decided to struggle, right? Just like I made the decision to struggle and not take this motherfucker to court a long time ago. Thinking, you know what, he'll find his way. He will understand. He will, you know, get where I'm coming from. He will, you know, do it without being forced to by Niman Adana. But no. Yo, nothing, yeah, especially with these Somalians, men, and not all, by the way, but the majority of them, they themselves have not seen their fathers for the past, 20, 30 years. So they think it's okay to leave their children for just as long because it happened to them. Right? Disgraceful. I find it absolutely disgraceful. Wallahi. And it used to make me so sad that I picked a man that I thought was going to be a good father, but turned out to be a deadbeat. And then tried to withhold my divorce just like my ex did. So what he promised he would never do, he did. Why? Just to spite me. So I'm sorry if I don't want to have other kids. I'm sorry if I don't want to get married. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. But I have seen too much, and to be honest, ain't nobody got time. Wallahi, ain't nobody got time. Single motherhood, wallahi, as much as I have struggled, alhamdulillah ya Rabbi, my child is beautiful, and she's so smart, and she's so funny, and she's just happy. And a lot of people are like, oh my God, like, you know, your daughter is so happy, she's so, you know, well behaved. Not always, by the way. Sometimes when she chooses to be well behaved, you know how children are. But she's well behaved. She is such a maskina, especially to me. She's Like, mommy, what do you want? Mommy, are you okay? Mommy, do you need something? Mommy this, mommy that. I absolutely adore it. And you know what? I would never give back the opportunity of being a single parent. I would have liked it to be different, I guess, but you know, my daughter is how I raised her, and it shows that, you know, that I am an incredible mother, alhamdulillah. It shows that I have done my part and I have succeeded. It shows in my daughter my hard work and my dedication as a mother. And I am done. But all I can say is that the type of mother that we are shows in our children. If we choose to be patient and understanding and caring parents, it shows in our children. If there's an absent parent, it shows in our children. As single mothers, we're not superheroes, so we're going to make mistakes. But instead of people downgrading and making our job, you know, smaller than it actually is, I find that really disrespectful. Really, really disrespectful, because the work of a single mother is never ending. It's never ending, and it's only you. So I am here today to tell you that if you're a single parent, no matter how many children it is that you may have, you, my dear, are amazing. Yeah? And do not let anybody else ever tell you otherwise. Because, you know, people, especially within our community, we love to chat, yeah? But I'll tell you for free right now, you are amazing. You're doing an amazing job. You, as a person, are incredible. Being a single parent is one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do in my life. But it is also one of the most rewarding positions that I could ever fulfill. And I'm truly grateful to Ilahi that I've had the opportunity to raise such a beautiful soul. Let's, you know, lift each other up instead of bringing each other down. If somebody is struggling, please do not watch them in their struggle. You know, I would like you to embrace them instead and tell them that they're beautiful, because, you know, it does not take much to help each other. Wallahi, it takes the least effort actually to help one another. So inshallah, help each other as much as possible. If you're a single mother out there, I'm here to tell you that you are doing an absolutely amazing job, and don't ever let anybody tell you otherwise. Okay? If you choose not to get married, if you choose not to have any children, do not let anybody put you down or degrade you just because of your choice. That is your personal choice. Your parents and other family members have made their choices, okay? And if they are happy, alhamdulillah. But if you do not want something, do not let someone else force you into it, okay? Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed me doing my hair. I've never done it before. The get ready with me thing, I've never done that before. So I hope you all have enjoyed it. Again, the henna is by Bakharta Elanka on Instagram. I'm going to tag her there. The makeup is by me because it's shite. Okay, as always. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay strong. You guys are absolutely incredible. Wallahi, don't let anyone ever, you know, make it seem like your job as a single mother is nothing to none. Like, no. You guys are the backbone of our society. Okay, as single parents, your job is the hardest thing in this fucking world, I tell you that much. And I appreciate you. Everyone in your life should appreciate you. And inshallah, we'll see each other soon. I'll see you guys soon. I'm gonna get ready now so I can get the fuck out of this house for a little bit. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.